The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 16. You get the Nasdaq up 36. S&Ps are up 3. Gold contract down $5.60, trading at $12.28 an ounce. We have silver down 10 cents, $15.45 an ounce. Light sweet crude down $1.67.73. We're going to get those numbers out this morning.
10:30. You got it.
10:30. There's some weakness in oil. Notes and bonds, they're getting hit, and they're getting hit pretty good. You get the 10-year note down 8 ticks, 119.05, 30-year off 25, trading 142.06. We get King Dollar. That hasn't been able to hold price, which is kind of interesting with the aspect that bonds are down. They get the Fed meeting today, end the statement at 2 o'clock. King Dollar up 105 ticks, 94.380. Euros at 116.84 to 1 U.S. dollar. Yen is at 111.91 to 1 U.S. dollar. Apple come out with numbers, good numbers. Apple.
Good to be an Apple shareholder, as usual.
No doubt.
All-time highs, right?
Apple all-time highs. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade. Remember, folks, every trading day right here. Great show, fast market, 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You get this program right at TFNN.com. Go to YouTube, hit TFNN. If you haven't test-driven yet, their platform, folks, come over to our website. Great platform. They talk markets each and every day. Kevin Hinks, Apple is $959 billion right now. Market cap.
What kind of world do we live in where Apple can rally even though they missed on their iPhone sales?
Yeah, I know.
Think about the evolution that we're watching of Apple, where iPhone sales are still important, but not the only thing that's important about Apple's earning, and it's starting to be the services. Right, we've mentioned those on the air.
Yes.
Here at TD Ameritrade and on with you guys, and it's all about the services. The services are creeping up, Tom.
Yeah. And that's a reoccurring deal. The services in a big way. You know, I was listening to one of the numbers out there, and just as you said, the expansion in the app in the iPhones was like very small, but because they got $1,000 for them, bottom line. Dollar-wise, that came right down to the bottom line, which is pretty intense, man.
Oliver Rennick and I were talking on the air yesterday, and we were talking about things like elasticity of demand.
Yeah.
And that even though the iPhone X was out, people were choosing the lower-priced iPhone.
Yes.
Right? But based on this average selling price, you can see that some people were actually still, even at $999, choosing the iPhone X. Pretty impressive.
It really is when you think you're spending $1,000.
I know, and it's like every 2 or 3 year purchase, really. And then if you're such an Apple fan that you're spending that $1,000,
right.
You are probably upgrading your phone every year or two, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the price tag. It is.
Pretty intense.
How about this, guys? Think about this in terms of everything that Apple's doing right now is firing on all cylinders. Remember these three things. Remember the Apple Watch?
Yes.
What a dud it was when it started.
Yep.
And then they came out with the AirPods. And the AirPods, they don't like wireless headphones. They were a little unpopular. There was a lot of, hesitance about that. And then they bought Beats.
Yep.
And they were like, why are they spending so much money on Beats? Well, guess what? The wearables, which include those three, 60% growth in that area. So
I believe it. I get some of those AirPods, Kevin, and they really improved the watch where they really, once they made the watch something that you can actually connect your cell phone to, as in you don't need your cell phone to have that functionality.
Right.
I'm going to get a watch at some point because you got your watch, you put your AirPods in, and you're connected to the entire world without having a phone on you, which is the coolest thing about it.
And, what's so funny about this, that yesterday, right? We're downtown St. Pete now, Kevin, right? So it's a whole different dynamic. We're out, you're right in the middle of the city. And we had a couple guys here fixing networks and all this. And they didn't have the pods. They had just earphones on with the wires, and I didn't say anything, but I was looking. I says, man, that's really old, man. Is that funny, though?
Sure.
So that's going to end up being perception, too,
Sure.
you know?
Exactly. Tom, I'm 150 years old. And this quarter alone, I bought a new iPhone, AirPods, and Beats. I
Nice.
bought all three
Yes.
in this past quarter.
Well, it's efficiency, right?
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Like I said, and I would imagine I'm not their target market, but I bought all three this quarter.
Yep.
Pretty cool. And I'm there in the last year with buying an 8 Plus and
Yep.
buying the AirPods. And
Right.
like I said, I've been looking for the watch, and I'm going to get one at some point
Right.
because I love the idea, whether you go for a walk.
Biking.
Yeah, you put on your watch, you put on your earphones, and there's no where do I put my phone. And when you have an 8 Plus, right? So phones are getting bigger, which I like, especially if you don't have to bring them with you when you want to do occasional things, which is
Right.
what the watch now allows.
You don't even have to bring your phone with you?
No, the new watches have a full, and you can be on the phone. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now that's a service. You need to pay for that, obviously.
Okay.
But that was the deal breaker
Well, there's
for
the
me.
services, Kevin. There's
There you
the
go.
services.
Yep.
Get the watch. You got to
And
get.
just so you're paying your provider, like Sprint, or you know,
Okay.
you're adding on another wireless connected, whatever. But
Wow.
yeah, pretty. You see how, yeah.
Gotta love
And
it.
for your viewers, Tom, service is a very vague term, but what it is, it's the App Store, it's the Apple Care, Apple Pay,
Okay.
iTunes, cloud services. That's everything that makes up that services
Yeah.
part for Apple. Pretty significant.
And that Apple Care, I don't have Apples, but I hear people, even Nico, they really love it. I mean, Nico just brought one of his iMacs back to the thing, taken care of it.
Yeah.
They gave him a new one.
You gotta have some type of insurance because they're
Right.
just too expensive to keep in your pocket for 2 years, and if they break you
Right.
lose $1,000. You
Right.
know, it's just
So that being said, we put Apple in the rearview mirror, guys, and we move over to Tesla.
Oh,
right?
baby.
And how important of a day is this for Elon Musk?
Oh, seriously, man. I mean, you know, there is no doubt. So
What's going to be do you know what the expected move is, Kevin? It's got to be enormous, right? Because they are just
It's I think it's in the 20s.
okay, sure.
Well, I can hear it up as we're talking here.
I'm just curious
Yeah.
because there's so much going on there in terms of,
There
like you
is.
said, that if I was going to be selling somebody an option, right, with defined risk, I would need some serious premium right now because
Right.
that could really pop one way or the other.
Oh, and it will.
When they
Right now, the expected move $24.79.
nice.
Yep.
So you're talking about 8-9%,
Right.
right
Right.
off the bat. Yeah,
Big number, man.
that is a big number.
You know, because there's no doubt, you know, the Bulls and Bears, they're fighting over Tesla like crazy. I mean, the spares have been coming out
If I
on
had to
him.
flip a coin, I'd be shorting the heck out of it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Right.
dicey because the
Right.
fanatics out there, they don't want to sell those shares. But
Right.
every day it seems like I see a story about how there was one yesterday and how they were getting employees from all over the company to start helping like build the cars. Like literally,
God.
and I was like, what is going on? I mean, I used to love the idea of maybe buying one, and now I'm definitely on the fence where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let all this stuff sort out, and I
What's
still
that-
might buy
what's
one.
that movie you were
I
talking
forget. We
about?
got to pull it up. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, we'll pull it up.
Yeah, that's a whole different animal.
Right? I mean,
Right.
because they're not trained for that. I mean, that's where you're just bringing them from different areas of their. So I'll be interested to hear that.
Thank God I don't work for
All
Tesla.
hands on deck, Tommy.
All hands, everybody,
All hands
start
on
building.
deck.
Grab a hammer.
Folks, yeah, right.
Seriously.
Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now. Stay tuned. Kevin and his team, great program, fast market. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the program, 45 minutes.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks so much.
Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Dow Industrials up 39, Nasdaq up 47, S&P's up 5. Coming back with Jason Path.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So we have the Dow Industrials right now up 34, Nasdaq up 48, S&Ps are up 4.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jason Path from the DutchBook.com. Jason, what's going on, brother?
Tommy, how are you, man?
We're doing
Jason, good morning.
We're doing great.
Tesla Day.
Happy Tesla Day. We were just talking to Kevin. Exciting times, man. Lots going on.
Man, this is Super Bowl Sunday for guys like me, so I know you guys will be watching too. This is as good as it gets.
Well, it's a big day for lots of reasons, right?
That's right. You got the Fed. Whoever would think that Elon Musk would overshadow the Fed, and for some of us too, the Fed's a huge deal as well. I'll be watching that.
Elon Musk thinks that on a daily basis that he.
Well, of course, he was the only one,
right?
5 years ago, but here we are. So.
Well, the bottom line though is that Jason Path is going to overshadow all of them because Jason got together with Tommy, myself, and bottom line that Jason is going to be kicking us off, folks, starting this Monday, August 6th. 8:30, morning market kickoff. Jason's going to have his own program. It's a beautiful thing, brother.
Hey, I can't wait, man. Thank you for the opportunity, and could not be more excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to kicking off each day at 8:30. We'll do some analysis. We'll look at some data. We'll range across a wide spread of markets. We'll go deep where we need to, and most importantly, we'll have some fun and hopefully some folks enjoy it as well. So
yeah, we appreciate it. Oh, it's going to be
so
insane.
excited, man.
Are you kidding me?
You have so much great information, and what a great time to do it at 8:30 in the morning. Everyone's looking for great information, myself included.
Yeah.
So we're excited for it, man.
That's right, man. The opening act, you guys have a stellar lineup as it is, and it's humbling to be a part of it, but it's going to be a lot of fun kicking off each day.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're excited. Monday, man. It's coming. I can't believe it's August 6th,
8:30
right?
Monday.
August 6th. Yeah. The summer is almost over. What's happening?
Crazy?
It's already August.
That's
right, man.
Pretty intense, man. It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go back. We'll talk. You know, the Tesla thing is getting really interesting, man. Because
it is.
like we were just talking to Kevin Hinks from TD, and it's really like the knives are out for him, man. You know what I mean?
That's right. So, I mean, it's one of those interesting things, though, where the expectations are clearly low, and you almost feel like if there's any glimmer of hope, that thing could pop upside. Now, I am very bearish on Tesla. I'm one of those folks that doesn't see it, has never seen it, has been waiting for everybody else to catch up. We're very bearish on Tesla. Have been short various points, and I think the chickens are coming home to roost, but I mean, if he pops some, surprise earnings number, if they show a strong tilt towards some level of hopeful profitability in the near future, that thing could go topside. I mean, we've had a massive sell-off, double-digit percentage over the last couple of weeks. Again, in my opinion, rightfully so. But
yes, and I guess one of the it's a problem when there's 27% of the equity is short.
That's a short percentage.
That's right.
Which is a monster one.
I mean, it is wild. Let's pull up the chart. I mean, what's the high there? 373 down to 290 since June 18th.
Right. That's a beat.
That's right.
That's a beat.
That's right. And you've had a lot of folks pile in short. I think his only hope here for a decent release is, one, he behaves himself, which, I wouldn't place a bet on that either. Oof. Two, if there's some glimmer of hope of profitability in the near future. We basically know what the sales run rate is, or the production run rate is. I think there's going to be some, decent data on demand, some questionable data on demand of returns. Watch the returns number, but if there's any shred of hope of profitability in the near future, if they move closer to that, you could see a kind of a surprise topside. I'm not betting on that. I don't think that's going to happen.
I agree with basically everything you're saying. I mean, we were talking about it a little bit last segment, and I was talking the same thing.
You said that whole thing about people running around
from a fundamental perspective, right? I was really on the edge of thinking I'm in a lease now. Maybe I go for that Model 3. It might just line up nicely in the next year that they come on. And I'm totally changed just from the fundamental side of all the problems, all the rushes. I read a report every day, it seems like, of those warehouses being like pandemonium, and being like, who can we grab to put on this assembly line to build the last part of the car to get it out?
It's a circus.
Right? And I don't want a car like that, safety-wise.
The rule he broke, and it's the thing he said a long time ago he would never break and never do. He started managing quarter to quarter to beat Wall Street expectations. Okay. He got emotional about it. He got competitive about it.
Wow. That's a great point.
That fiasco with the tent and stuff just sitting in parking lots half built. He was trying to beat a number for a quarter for Wall Street, and he broke the first rule of being a long-term sustainable CEO. And he's going to pay for it long term, whether it's this quarter or over the next 4 or 5.
Their company, right?
Yeah.
You can't be that worried about 30-day production when they're literally trying to change the world. They have put the electric car on the forefront.
Totally.
And it's like, man.
And, he had got that contract with Tesla, and that was the reason he did it, because that contract is like, it's not a lifetime contract, but it's a 10
His
years
CEO
or something.
contract?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was stay. It was like $2 billion or something, right? Yeah.
And it's a long period of time. So, that's interesting, man.
Yeah.
He's never really had a strong operational track record. I mean, SpaceX is probably break even at best, maybe less than 1% margin. Solar City has been decimated under his watch. That's an objective statement at this point when you look at what's happened to Solar City. Tesla, he bought, and it was already a company when he came on board, and certainly he's built great shareholder value over the last few years. But
sure.
Has he
PayPal,
operated anything over the long term?
PayPal
Fantastic visionary, fantastic technologist, but what's the long term?
No, I'm with you.
And this is building cars. That's not. I mean, that's you can be a visionary and start things, but now they need an operation guy that really, or a woman that gets it done. A person that can handle those logistics of that company.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, it'll be fun.
I know,
That's why we watch.
Hold on for the ride. And it's what you do have with the Tesla deal. I mean, no one's come out with another electric car that's so cool as that. But that will happen.
We're right on the edge, I feel like. And that's the dicey part. There's going to start being some really cool
Imagine GM coming out with a nice Corvette.
You're not going to have to imagine it. You don't think those execs are having that conversation?
Totally.
Right. That's what's a little worrisome about being that Tesla bull. Yeah.
Absolutely. The other thing that he's probably missed, and again, this is a decade-long play, not really a short-term play, but is self-driving. They're way behind Google and the others on self-driving, and if that really is the direction this goes, an electric is just kind of a commoditized piece of your car. It's just all cars are eventually gravitating, or many will gravitate to that direction. He'll be so far behind in self-driving because of the electric thing.
You already hear them. They're all almost there, right? Volvo's going to have their whole fleet electric by like 2022 or something. It's like, we're almost there, man. We're going to be in 2019 before you know it. And then yeah.
Good. We get those oil numbers. I hope oil goes down even further.
I know. We got those right up. What a perfect segue, right?
That's right, man. Well, we're down today, and we're in the mid 60s. I think the trade headlines aren't aren't hurting. Dollars incrementally up, but we continue to see it building over the long term. As I said earlier in the week, we're still north of 400 million barrels in storage.
Yes.
We've never had a price before the last 2 or 3 weeks in the 70s with that many barrels in storage.
That's
and
a
we
big
think
number.
it continues to work its way
Maybe
down.
we'll pull up some of those charts next segment when
Yeah.
we're doing oil, because that plot graph you had, Jason, when we were going over it, right, with that surplus and having that, it's just quite a dynamic of never happening, and we're close to that level.
That's right. We came down from about 500 million in storage, but we kind of plateaued here at about 420 million. And average price over the last 10 years, and there's a lot of noise in this number, but average price is $43 a barrel with north of 400 million in storage.
It's crazy.
So,
It is.
Listen, folks, right here, we're kicking off morning market kickoff with our man, Mr. Jason Path. That's
right.
going to be this coming Monday, 8:30. It's a beautiful thing.
Can't wait.
can't wait, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank
Have
you
a great
guys.
one.
Have a great
Stay
rest of
safe,
the day.
man. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks, and we have these oil numbers for you. Let's see what we got out here.
We sure do. So top line number, crude oil inventories rising 3.8 million barrels. Gas inventories falling 2.54 million barrels. And to jump over to the chart and see how that's affecting the oil market, let me get it over there, excuse me. So we have oil spiking higher on that news. We were down just at 10.15 to 67.62, approaching $80 as we run up on that number. Quite a little spike, jumping back to that number. And hopefully we'll get, I'm looking for the expectation here, right? Where is the expectation number as we get into this? There we go. So Bloomberg is at least expecting a stockpile drop of 850,000 barrels. So there's your number. Look at that miss, man.
Yep.
Even the median estimate was looking for a decline of 3 million barrels. We get a surplus of 3.8. And then what is going on? Oil's spiking higher, right?
Well, I think what you have happening is that when the numbers came out last night, they had a build of 4.2 million barrels.
For the API, okay.
Yeah, so they're probably looking at it and say, hey, well, it's a little bit less.
Sure.
But there's no doubt when you think that, as Jason was saying, well, guess what? We get another build.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, pretty remarkable. I mean, you know, the trend is down for sure. We were just at $70 yesterday morning, right? And traded to below 67.60, but spiking a little bit higher, 67.83. A little bit of volatility in that.
Yeah,
as we
coming into that downdraft from yesterday. So we'll see where that shakes out all day. But there's gasoline. So the estimate was 2,000.
2.5 million, right?
2.5 million.
The estimate was a decline of 2 million, excuse me, and declined 2.5 million.
Yeah.
And distillates, jumping around. Distillates was a estimate of increase of 500K, ended up being an increase of 3 million.
That's huge.
That's probably part of what's going in the crude.
Yeah.
And then some refinery utilization, plus 2.3, above what the estimate was. Yeah, and crude production down about 100,000 barrels per day. Crude imports down as well. Let's see how that's reacting. Yeah. So pretty flat, despite the surprise.
Yeah.
Check back one more time, and look at that pullback. Spiked all the way to 69.44. We're now almost 25 cents off that high.
And, you know, that's why, folks, when you go over to the Nadex platform, this is a great time to take a look at it, get the demo, defined risk. Bottom line is that we have volatility in oil. You know,
pretty remarkable that we missed on the EIA number like that. You have oil spike higher when there's 3.8 million barrels lower.
Exactly.
And then look at the market go lower. That's definitely one of the benefits of having that defined risk on Nadex. That we go over those spreads, for sure.
It's huge. There's no doubt. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at just the broader market for a second. Actually, I want to go to the XLE and see if the XLE responded to that pop. Nope. Well, it might have responded. Right, XLE's down $1 right now, 76.13. That's been having a hard time getting any type of traction. So that got a little pop too.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, and you can see it's already pulled back in that bar.
Yeah.
Along with oil.
Some of the higher volume equities out here today. We have Advanced Micros up 51 cents. Apple's up $9. That's the mover out here. You get Intel up 23 cents.
Look at Pandora. Up $1.37 to only $8.10. I mean, you're talking about huge.
Look at that thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So they're just back to where they were 4 days ago.
Yeah. Let's see what they have to say out here.
Pretty remarkable that they traded so much lower into their earnings number, I'm sure, right? Or what just came out, yeah.
There we go. Okay,
yeah.
So they
lost 15 cents a share. Estimate was a loss of 17 cents, but they had a range of 9 to 31.
Yeah.
Revenue of 384 versus 372.
Market's liking that.
Yeah. You're always nice when you beat on revenue.
Right.
And EBIT loss of 34.6, estimated loss of 36. Pretty close to.
Look at the number of listeners hours. Second quarter, 5.09 billion. That's a big number.
Yeah. Active listeners, 71.4.
I'm an active listener.
Of Pandora?
Yeah.
Nice. Are you an active subscriber?
No.
Okay.
No.
There you go.
They keep trying to get me to subscribe.
Well, you
don't
see,
have to.
It's less than 1 out of 10 people. They get 71 people that listen, 6 million are subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is a subscriber? You don't get a commercial?
No commercials, okay, I believe.
Right.
I'm not a big guy. I know it's at least no commercials. They might give me more than that, right? I'm not.
And the commercials they have aren't even that bad. So it's not like they have a lot of commercials.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing well, obviously. People share your sentiments.
Yeah. Technology-wise, it's easy because once I put it on there, it was, made a difference, no doubt.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's see. One of the targets, CGC. Let's see. Want to take a look at? Oh, Canopy. Okay, so.
Has that changed there? What's going on?
Yeah,
Were they weed?
Yeah, this is what's going on. No, the weed is still in Canada.
Okay.
Now this is trading at the NYSE.
I see. Okay.
And so, if you want to see something, folks, okay, so CGC.
Canopy Growth Company.
Canopy Growth, okay, that's the U.S. listing, trades the NYSE. And this is, well, as we go through this, you're going to see what the differential is in U.S. dollars versus Canadian dollars. So U.S. dollars are trading $26.56, right?
Yes.
Now watch.
And it's saying in there they're going to report their earnings as you keep going on August 14th after the close. I know that was one of the questions as well. I wonder if that differs in Canada. I don't think so.
No, it'll be the
there
same.
you go. So August 14th, we're waiting 2 weeks from today is when their earnings.
And in Canada, it's $34. That's the differential. Now, all of that is the differential between the U.S. dollar and the Canadian dollar.
Is that all it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy? But that's where it really gets wild. So the Canadian dollar is almost $1.30. That's 70 cents, basically. $1.30 to one U.S. dollar. But you just got to do it the reverse way.
Okay.
Which is pretty intense, man. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, if you take the U.S. dollar, you divide it by $1.30, and that's what you got as a, like, let's say if something cost up in Canada $129,000, we'd only pay $100,000 U.S. for it.
Sure.
Which is pretty wild, man. And it's the same, so you don't have to worry about.
Can you do CGC again?
Yeah.
We'll have to look at that exact calculation.
It's going to be perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
26.60.
Good deal.
But what does happen, which is pretty cool, is that you can see the volumes in this. Look at the volumes in the stock. This is 1.5 million a day.
It would make sense, right? I mean, they're on the forefront of some big things, definitely.
And then it'll be interesting to see if they change their numbers, because they put, let's see. Yeah, I forget what those numbers were. I think they did change them a little, though. So 2000, it was supposed to be totally legal as of October, recreational up in Canada. And then what they did is that it's still going to be that, but they put off, they're not going to be able to have candies. And one other thing, that when you look at the Colorado sales, that is a huge part of the amount of gross sales that they have, meaning these, marijuana companies.
Okay, not Canopy though, right? Or
all of Canada. What happened is that it's going to be recreational, but then the Parliament pulled back two parts that they can sell a lot of, meaning the edibles and something else.
Okay.
That would have jacked that up.
I get you.
Stay right there, folks. We got our man Teddy Cakestack coming back with us.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 59, Nasdaq's up 50, S&Ps are up 6.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Kegstad, as we do each and every Wednesday at 40 past the hour. You can check out Teddy at Forex Trading Unlocked. You can also come over to our website at TFNN, and right out in the Nadex News, you're going to see Teddy writes out there. Teddy in Nadex Market News. And he's actually going to be doing a webinar on the Nadex Educational Investments.
I think in a few weeks, August 20th.
Yeah. What's going on, Teddy?
How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing well. Can you tell by the way the markets are moving that it's a central bank week?
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's a busy week across the board, man, right? No matter what you're looking at almost, yeah.
And you know what would be interesting, I guess, is that we have the central bank out here today, but you get the Bank of England tomorrow, right?
Thursday at 7 a.m. I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a very interesting play tomorrow because the expectations are for a rate hike, and the pound, as you know, has been acting just like the Australian dollar and the euro. They've been kind of just in a narrow, wide range trade, just basing kind of.
Yes.
So.
You know what's interesting is that. I'm wondering, you get the pound laying down basically the lows. And if the expectation is for the rise, it's like, okay, is that thing going to pop? Because, I mean, when you look at it fundamentally, the last time they did this, they raised the rate, and a month later they had to bring it back down.
I think in 2016, right?
Yeah.
Remember,
So it's like, okay, is the market going to, basically say, oh, no, Europe is going to start tightening? It's going to be kind of intriguing, don't you think?
I do. I think it is going to be kind of a dead cat bounce, though, because even if they do raise, let's say they raise the rates tomorrow, our expected rate hike won't be until next month.
Yes.
And if that's so, it's pretty much going to kind of cancel each other out. You know what I mean? For both currencies. So at least in the dollar-pound relationship, I think that if you get a rate hike tomorrow, then there's possibly you get a nice little rally that'll go up until September, maybe end of August, or towards heading into that period, So, and when it hits that area before our next Fed meeting, that's when you'll probably see it just retrace back to the levels where it is now, waiting upon our potential action in September.
Yeah, because I mean, well, the 10-year hit 3% this morning. Our rates are still so much more expensive than their rates. It's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
Right. The 10-year actually, I think they're still hitting the lows right now in the current trading right now. So somewhere around 119, I think.
Yeah. So hey, what else? I saw in you're writing up. We're talking about the Canadian dollar. Let's start. What are you thinking with the Canadian dollar here?
Okay, Canadian dollar right now, I think we have a really good chance at it going down to 128 even for a nice little retracement.
Okay.
And that would be a good little spot for a little digestive phase. I don't think that selling pressure is going to get overzealous around that area, especially with all the trade talks and right now where things may be neutralizing between us and Canada. So I think it's more of a technical break right now. The U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, though, that's the one where I'm really still thinking you're going to get the most action right now over the next week or so.
And where do you think the yen's going? What 111.5 or something right now?
Well, right now I'm looking at 111.403 as a good pivot, a directional pivot. And I think above that, you can get up to 112.750. That's probably about the extent of what a rally will get out of it. But if it gets below 111.403, then I'm looking for it to get down to like the 110.600 area. And if it trades back into that area, well, then I think we have the nice beginnings of a short-term downtrend where you can start to look to sell rallies.
Okay. That'll drive the Nikkei lower, man. That Nikkei can't stand it when that yen gets strong, man.
Right. Absolutely. So I think that, like you said, with the 10-year, watching the interest rates over the next couple days, that's going to be the catalyst because you have three major cross rates that are drifting: the Australian dollar, U.S. dollar, the euro, U.S. dollar, and the pound dollar. Besides the Fed meeting or their other central bank meetings, they just haven't been going anywhere. Nothing seems to get them to stir. While as the yen dollar, that's been trading like you wouldn't know it's a summer trade, right?
Right.
Same with the Canada. So.
And then I was just going to say, so on a day like today, Teddy, where really, I know you said it's, FOMC week, but really nothing much expected. That would be a surprise. Right. Do you look for anything today on that announcement in terms of trading, whether it's the dollar or the euro or anything?
Oh, absolutely. Today, like I said, I think today was, we started off, it's a typical Fed day. I think it's going to be just like any normal announcement day. Come 12:45, 1 o'clock. Everyone's going to start to come back to look at their screens. And obviously there's no one in the pits anymore. So, and then I think once the announcement comes out, that you're going to see probably a nice little knee-jerk reaction to the upside and the downside, especially in the interest rates, because you're right before the close, the currencies. Now, that would be, especially if you see the leaning bias of a rate hike for us, and any comments about the Bank of England, you may see something jitter the pound a little bit, but I really don't think you're going to see that until tomorrow. But I think that you'll get a little sell-off in the yen, and I think the Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar, you'll still get to see some action in this afternoon, but nothing until later. And I highly would suggest that unless you really have a position where you got a lead on it, I would say get out. Come back tomorrow, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. And when Teddy's talking, folks, 12:45, 1 o'clock, he's talking Central Time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Because that's the God in Chicago, the Chicago pits, right? There's no doubt. Yeah. You got to love it, man. You got to love it.
Totally.
It's going to be intriguing, too, is that, we know that there's no statement. There's no press conference, so no one's looking for anything because of no press conference. But it's going to be intriguing, like, okay, are they going to have something in there about the tariffs?
They get to choose their language wisely, right?
They do.
So what does it say?
There's a lot of things that happen economically that have basically changed in the last 3 months.
Are they going to comment on it? Right. And if they do, what are they going to say?
And what are they going to say?
Yeah.
Are they, more than likely they'll try to stay away from it.
They
but
always do.
I don't know about the tariffs because of the fact that GM was saying they're going to get hit so hard.
And that's why they do try and stay away from it, and that's why the market really hears them when they do say something, because it's a very purposeful statement when they put something in there about some of that stuff, if you happen to see any of that this afternoon.
There's no doubt. So are you looking, Teddy, going forward, what do you think about this dollar? You think the dollar's going to, what's your stand on the U.S. dollar?
The U.S. dollar, I think that we're going to start to see a little bit of weakness over the next couple months. Nothing major. I don't think it's a big trend move. I think that just more of a corrective, to reset the other currencies. We have, like you said, we have these different trade talks that are coming into play. And that was also, this is also a poker move by our government, whether it's Trump or our economy versus other economies. We're bringing things to the table in discussions that were dead discussions. They're no longer dead discussions. Some of these things may, start to balance things out, and so far right now is, a month ago we were the news was talking about how bad all these things we were doing, all the horrible things it was going to do to the economy. Well, now a month later, we have trade talks happening. We have trade deals that are actually better for America that are happening. You know,
it's going to be a
We're
while.
going to find out real soon.
Totally. Listen, Teddy, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to having you on next week.
Okay, take care, guys.
Thanks so much, Teddy.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Think or Swim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. For August 1st, we get a lot of things moving, man.
We sure do, right?
You know,
I was just to say, earnings extravaganza. You got bank meeting today, Bank of England tomorrow.
Right.
And you have oil rocking and rolling, right?
Oil's rocking and rolling.
So to jump back to the chart, we got those EIA numbers at 10:30. A little bit of a surprise, and the market shoots up. Surprisingly on that number, 67.48 we're at coming into it. We almost trade a full dollar topside to 68.39, and from there we're off about 35 cents. And I imagine that's not the last move it's going to make today.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And folks, that's you know, as you come to our website at TFNN, you're going to see the Nadex banner on the top of the side. You can hit it, bring up the demo account. Take a look at it, practice on it, because the bottom line is that when you're talking defined risk, this is the one of the ultimates in when you see a move of a buck.
Definitely, no matter which way you're talking about. I mean, it'd be interesting to see whether it's the 11 a.m. expirations, the noon, the 2:30s. I mean, oil could be down, it could be up. We're not sure, but it's nice having defined risk when you don't get stopped out of those, no matter which way you're talking about.
Big deal, no doubt about it. And you know, after the close out here today, Apple's holding price. Apple just hit 200. Look at
And
that.
what time is Tesla? Can we pull them up?
Yeah.
Description.
Yeah. Let's see.
So aftermarket. It might be right after it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apple at 430 yesterday. Tesla might be right after.
Tesla's trading 299.17. And Tesla, you know what is sticking out here, folks, is that high volume low, man. There it is, right there. Is that that's actually in April? Let me pull this, put it on a weekly, and see if it's later. Oh, look at that, man. Okay, Tesla, 244. Look at that. That's a monster high volume low, man. You know.
Yeah.
We'll see where it shakes out.
Talks about a volatile stock.
Oh, baby. Stay right there, folks. We got TD Ameritrade coming up with Fast Market. Then we're going to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
And don't forget, this coming Monday, folks, morning market kickoff with our man, Mr. Jason Path, 8:30 in the morning. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.